On the other side of our studio, awaiting us, Emma James. How are you?
Hi there, I'm good.
With MediaWatch, with the latest on the Penelope Gate scandal, the gift that keeps on giving, it seems.
It is incredible stuff. Francois Fillon really in trouble now with his presidential bid, but the Conservative candidate says he is not going to step aside, no matter how much people may expect him to, given that the allegations just keep on mounting. Of course, you remember that he was accused of paying his family members vast amounts of money for jobs that simply didn't exist. Now, cartoonist Nar seems to think that his Republican buddies may not be too supportive of him. There's a French phrase, faire bloc derrière, and there's a play on words here. What it means is to stand behind someone. And it says the right stands behind Fillon, but of course the block is actually a concrete block that is about to drop on his head. If we take a look at Politico as well, they're reporting on this one. And according to them, a senior party official has said, I would use the Titanic cliche, except there's no band playing. His allies apparently are uneasy, verging on desperate, because they're most upset about the way in which he's chosen to try to defend himself, blaming others for forming some kind of conspiracy against him. Now, we don't yet know if Francois Fillon could be jettisoned as the Conservative candidate. But what we do see from Bruno Jeudi, who's been doing some digging for Paris Match, is that various websites have been created in the last few days, all of them bearing the surnames of potential people who could fill his shoes. François Barouin, Laurent Wauquiez and Xavier Bertrand. All of them have the 2017.fr website that's been created. Francois Barouin first out of the blocks on the 27th of January. And this Twitter user also hinting at the fact that maybe vultures are circling. Wauquiez, Barouin and other people supporting Fillon. It will warm his heart, they say about Fillon, and clearly that's not the case. Plan B is something that is trending a great deal. Now, Alain Juppé, who was the runner-up, has said there's no way he's going to be Plan B. He doesn't want to be the fallback guy. I think this one is very unlikely, a return of Jacques Chirac to the political fore.
How they would long for the days of Jacques Chirac.
Well, indeed. Kim Jong-un, and this is, of course, a spoof account, says the people have called for me to replace Fillon. There's no other Plan B than me. Now, the Fillon campaign has been trying to hit back. They've got a hashtag, Stop the Manhunt. But as this Twitter user points out...
It's the Ministry of Magic.
It's just a Twitter handle.
Harry Potter style.
Yes, exactly. But what he's noticed is that there are a lot of identical tweets going out from Fillon's supporters. So it does very much look as though it is an organised campaign to try to keep their man in the race.
OK, so Fillon says he won't step down unless he's actually charged with something. It doesn't matter that he looks like he's banged to rights, clearly. Has too much damage been done already?
Well, I think one of the things that is likely to hit him hardest is the fact that he's always been known as Mr. Clean. France Info has dug up some of his old tweets that could come back to haunt him. And you can see why some people really might take exception after his rather preachy tweets to the fact that he appears to have committed gross misconduct. In 30 years, my name has never been associated with unethical business or behaviour, he said, that was in 2014.
But his name hadn't been by then.
Well, indeed, it didn't say I never have done anything.
Indeed, indeed.
In 2016, last year, he said, to govern a country, my belief is that you have to be irreproachable.
Irreprochable.
Indeed. Now, if we take a look at just how badly it is affecting things, a lot of polls coming out today talking about, of course, the initial first round of voting where there will be lots of candidates up against one another. And Paris Match says that support for Fillon has turned off, while for Hamon it has taken off. But Marine Le Pen is still out in front with 24%. Fillon would still go through to the second round. He's on 21%, but that's dropped down from 28%, so a big fall there. Emmanuel Macron and Hamon are both very close on his heels, so it is very much all to play for. Another poll from Les Echos has Marine Le Pen even further out in front. This one has Emmanuel Macron going through to the second round, not Francois Fillon. And in their paper, they say that if it is a runoff between Marine Le Pen and Emmanuel Macron, he will be the president. But of course, there are some questions over him too, as to whether or not he helped fund the start-up of his political movement En Marche using public money. Politics is a dirty game.
So many politicians, it seems, with their noses in the trough. Not all, but so many, it seems. That's the ones that we know of. Finally, an advert for lager causing quite a stir because it's accidentally proved to be topical on a highly contentious issue. Tell us more.
Yes, I think it's fair to say that the most talked about subject at this moment in time, and probably the most argued about, is that of immigration, especially in the United States. And it's even found its way into the Super Bowl because Budweiser have created their usual halftime advert, which around 100 million people will see. And it tells the story of their founder and his pursuit of the American dream. We have a clip of it. We can show it to you now.
You don't look like you're from around here.
Warum bist du aus Deutschland?
I want to brew a beer.
Welcome to America.
You're not wanted here. Go back home.
So that is the tale of Adolphus Busch, one of the founders of Anheuser-Busch, which is the brewing company that makes Budweiser. Now, there's been a real mixed reaction to this online, tweets in support saying things like this: dang, kind of seems like Budweiser has more courage than our own government. This makes a statement for sure, love it. But then we look at what other people have to say and you've got, OK, Budweiser, your bias is showing and Americans aren't going to like it. And this one, Budweiser just spat in the face of Trump supporters, shows where their loyalties lie. And there are lots and lots of very strong tweets with the hashtag boycott Bud. You make awful beer. Nobody cares what you think about immigration. Hashtag boycott Bud. Seems you can't please all of the people all of the time.
Emma, thank you very much. All I can say is that if you look back at all our pasts, all our histories, we're all immigrants at some point. So come on, we've got to face facts. Thank you very much indeed. And